What started as a small all-wheel drive wagon has matured into a more mainstream compact SUV. And of course, I'm talking about the Forester, a Subaru mainstay now for over 25 years. And though it's not quite as unique as it once was, it is still a different vibe. The Forester has always been an awkward-looking little thing, like a teenager going through puberty. But what do we have here? Well, for this new generation, Subaru designers have filled out its body and dressed it in a more handsome outfit, despite the fact that little else on its stat sheet has changed. The powertrain, exterior, and interior dimensions are virtually the same as before, so the term all new is used very loosely here. That being said, if you liked the Forester before, you'll like it a little more now. Subaru's strengthening of the body contributes to subtle handling improvements and a quieter cabin. The CVT operates more like a traditional transmission now. The redesigned hatch allows for a little more cargo room, and the big tablet-like touchscreen makes its Forester debut. The WRX has bequeathed to this car a version of its steering rack too, though I can't quite chalk that one up as a positive. I'm most impressed by the Forester's driving improvements. It is smoother, it is quieter, and it is less CVT-like, if you will. As a matter of fact, this is the best CVT that I have ever driven. I actually really like it. It works very well here. And though the power isn't going to blow you away, the Forester steps off confidently, and it rarely feels like it actually needs more. My only wish here is that the steering wasn't so light and disconnected. 180 horsepower and a quicker hitting 178 pound-feet of torque emanate from the 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine to produce the same 29 mpg as before. The drivetrain boasts Subaru's hallmark symmetrical all-wheel drive system, meaning that unlike in most competing models with transverse-mounted engines, Subaru's north-south engine orientation permits the use of equal-length axles for optimal balance and power distribution to all four wheels. It's an always-on setup with an added trick Subaru calls X-Mode, providing enhanced traction at speeds below 25 miles per hour. There are two modes, snow dirt and deep snow mud. As always, it's a sure-footed driving experience, with the limiting factor being these 19-inch Bridgestone Turanza Grand Touring tires. Keep in mind the more rugged wilderness trim returns to the lineup later this year, along with a new Forester hybrid, so stay tuned. One of my biggest Subaru pet peeves continues to be the way it integrates its driver assistance features, of which there are many. And again, here in the Forester, it is just way over the top and intrusive. I mean, there must be about 1 billion different little symbols up here on the driver display, and then this is the most steering wheel switches that I've ever seen in my life. Now, it's not that I don't want to drive safely, but this is just way too much up in my grill, if you know what I mean. And then why is it when I put the vehicle in reverse that the 360-degree camera doesn't automatically activate? The infotainment system itself is fine, but it includes some missteps such as this one. The cabin as a whole, however, particularly on this top-end touring trim, looks and feels more quality-driven than ever. There's also a tremendous amount of greenhouse here, so all-around visibility is excellent, and there's a comfortable step-in height and load level. It's roomy, with a just right feel to the more supportive front seats and their added legroom. The words relaxed and accommodating come to mind, which is perfect for an adventure vehicle. Needless to say, things tend to move a little slowly at Subaru. For instance, this is the first model that they have ever offered with a hands-free liftgate. But I have to say, the styling updates here are spot on. And that is something that I have rarely ever said about one of their cars. 5 trims are offered here, starting at around $30,000, while this Forester Touring in River Rock Pearl checks in at $41,810. putting it in the 37 mpg Honda CR-V Sport Touring Hybrid territory, which at the very least would have me considering my options. For Test Drive Now, I'm Steve Hammis.